Today's product is the book Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. It was published in 1936. This is a historical fiction classic novel about the Civil War. It stars Scarlett O'Hara, the daughter of a southern plantation owner in Georgia. The story follows Scarlett through her hardships after her life is turned upside down by the war. The novel begins at Tara, a plantation in Georgia. It starts out in 1861. Scarlett is getting ready for a barbecue at another plantation, 12 Oaks. Scarlett is 16 and in her prime with many suitors, but she only loves one man, Ashley Wilkes. She is distressed when she finds out that Ashley is going to be marrying his cousin, Melanie Hamilton. At the barbecue, Scarlett finds Ashley and tells him that she loves him. Ashley tells her that even though he loves her, they can't be together because they are too different. After she throws a vase in frustration, Rhett Butler, a scandalous man from Charleston, comes out and tells her that he overheard the whole thing. After flirting with Charles Hamilton, Melanie's brother, Charles proposes to Scarlett. Despite Ashley, Scarlett says yes. They get married before he goes out to war, but after only 2 months of being there, he dies of measles. Soon after, Scarlett gives birth to their child, Wade. She becomes miserable and goes to Atlanta to live with Melanie and their Aunt Pitty Pat. In Atlanta, Scarlett sees quite a bit more of Rhett Butler. He encourages her to go against the status quo and go to social events. As the war goes on, Atlanta begins to run out of essentials, and Scarlett and Melanie begin to fear for Ashley's life. After the Battle of Gettysburg, Ashley is captured, and the Yankees start to head toward Atlanta. On the night they storm and burn Atlanta, the pregnant Melanie starts to go into labor, with only Scarlett and Prissy home to deliver Beau. Rhett steals a horse, and he helps everyone escape. They fight through the flames to get out of Atlanta. Scarlett convinces him to let her drive home to Tara. Rhett informs her that he will be going off to join the war.
Gallant lads must have set fire to the warehouses near the depot. Enough ammunition to boxcars down there to blow us at Tara. We'll have to hurry if we're going to get across the tracks.
You're not going that way.
We'll have to. Donna Road's the only one the Yankees haven't cut yet.
Oh, wait, I forgot to lock the front door. What are you laughing at?
At you, locking the Yankees out.
Dear, I wish they'd hurry.
Wouldn't be in such a hurry to see them go if I were you, my dear. With them goes the last semblance of law and order. The scavengers aren't wasting any time. Better get out of here fast. Haven't left much for the Yankees to take, have we? We'll have to make a dash for it before the fire reaches that ammunition. Come on. Throw me a shawl. Sorry. You'll like it better if you don't see anything.
Scarlett drives the horse all the way to Tara to discover that Ellen, her mother, has died, and Gerald, her father, has lost his mind. She also discovers that the Yankees used Tara as refuge while they were in Jonesboro, so now there is no food or cotton. She also discovers that there are only 3 slaves left, Dilsey, Pork, and Mammy. With the help of everyone, they start to rebuild Tara, and Scarlett kills a Yankee in the process. Finally, the war ends and all the soldiers begin pouring in, including Will Bentine. Will ends up staying and helping her on Tara and ends up marrying Sue Ellen. A little while after Ashley comes home, Will finds out that they are going to have to pay $300 taxes on Tara. Scarlett knows that they only have about $10, so she's thinking of a plan. She and Mammy decide to head to Atlanta and try and seduce Rhett Butler to get him to give her the money. Once they arrive in Atlanta, Scarlett discovers that Rhett has been thrown in jail and will not be able to give her any money. After they leave the jail, Scarlett runs into Sue Ellen's beau, Frank Kennedy. She learns that he has set up a general store and has quite a bit of cash. She deceives him by telling him that Sue Ellen is already married when she is not, and then flirts. Once they get married, Scarlett pays the taxes on Tara. Then she puts herself into making Frank's business better. Once Rhett gets out of jail, he lends Scarlett enough money to buy a sawmill. Scarlett becomes a businesswoman which pleases the town of Atlanta. She gets frustrated when she becomes pregnant and cannot go to the mills anymore. She pleads with Ashley and convinces Melanie that they should come up to Atlanta and take over one of her sawmills. She gives birth to a baby girl named Ella. On her way to the mills one day, she is attacked by two men from Shantytown and is saved by one of her old slaves from Tara. She rushes home. Frank tells her that he is going to a political meeting that night, but is really part of the KKK, with Ashley and a few other men in town. They're going to get revenge on the two men who attacked Scarlett. During this, Frank ends up dead. Not long after, Rhett proposes and Scarlett agrees. They decide to go to New Orleans for their honeymoon and have lots of fun. Once they get back, Rhett buys Scarlett a lavish mansion and they start socializing with the Yankees. Scarlett becomes pregnant again and gives birth to a girl named Bonnie Blue. Rhett loves her so and dotes on her day and night. He begins to win back the hearts of Atlanta so Bonnie will have a good life and not be hated like her mother. Scarlett and Rhett's marriage begins out happy and carefree, but as time goes on, Rhett becomes bitter and lashes out at Scarlett. Scarlett and Ashley realize that they now only have friendship feelings for each other and don't love each other anymore. India Wilkes, Ashley's jealous sister, catches them hugging and spreads rumors that they were having an affair. Rhett believes the rumors and becomes more unpleasant, but Melanie, on the other hand, does not believe them and sticks by Scarlett and Ashley. The theme for Gone with the Wind is temerity. The theme is temerity because throughout the book, many of the characters are brave and fight for what they want. Many of the people in the war want to keep their slaves and are willing to die for the cause. Scarlett O'Hara knows she wants money and does everything she can to get it. She does not care what her fellow neighbors think as long as she has money. She goes against social norms and buys her own mills and runs them without her husband's help. This gets her dislike from everyone in the town, but Scarlett ignores them all and continues to work with her mills and do what she pleases. This shows temerity because Scarlett is putting her social life on the line to be wealthy. Between the book and the movie, there are quite a few contrasts. One of them is that they cut out the rest of Scarlett's children, Ella and Wade. Wade is her child with Charles, and Ella is her child with Frank. They also cut out a few other minor characters such as Will, Honey Wilkes, India Wilkes' sister, and Dilsey, Chrissy's mom and Pork's husband. Also, in the book, Scarlett gives her ring for the cause, then Melanie follows suit, but in the movie, Melanie gives the ring first, and Scarlett follows her lead. In conclusion, I think you should all read Gone with the Wind because it's really interesting to read a book from the point of view of a Southerner, because normally you only read it from the point of view of a Northerner, so you don't get to see what happens on the Southern side when they get desolated, and then after when they have to deal with the effects of leaving the Union and the Yankees coming in and then living without their slaves and all of that. Also, it's quite fascinating to read a book where the main character is not your favorite character and you actually normally quite dislike her because she's not very nice to other characters and she's really selfish and she doesn't make the smartest decisions. Thank you for watching, and I hope that now you know a little bit more about Gone with the Wind, you'll take a chance and read it.